Hey everybody, what's going on? Today I'd like to talk about some updates we've done to the NearSight app. Two of the major ones being, one, Adobe Air is no longer required to run the app. We found that this was, even though it upped the compatibility on devices, having to install something else other than just the app turned a lot of people away from the app, so we just implemented it right into the app. So now Adobe Air is no longer needed to use it. Also, it will stay on until you exit. This was a feature that we had to add when we came out with the app 2 years ago. The phones prior to the new generation, you were able to tell it to stay on at all times, which this is no longer the case, so we actually had to write the code to keep it on at all times, regardless of your turn-off time, whether it's 30 seconds, a minute. So that's something else to keep in mind. Don't just put your phone down, it will stay on. And since the screen is very bright and it's on all the time, it does tend to heat up a little bit or drain the battery. We did modify it a little bit so it doesn't get as hot. We did this by messing with the frames, how fast it processes the images without affecting the frame rate or the resolution whatsoever. Also, one of the nice new features is it has a touchscreen menu now. You can zoom with the touchscreen menu. You can actually do a lens adjust. The lens adjust is for anybody that has different size lenses on their VR case. For the smaller lenses, this smaller lens display may be better, but a lot of them have bigger lenses than this, so you need the full screen really for that. Also, this helps if you have the smaller lenses so you can see everything around you, and you can just refresh it and it goes back to the normal. Or you can hit the back, got the back button to take the menu off. Now to talk about the two features I like the best that I added. One, obviously, the zoom function. You can actually zoom in and zoom out in both lens modes. And the second feature is you can use a Bluetooth game controller to control the device now. So if you actually have the display on and you want to just keep one of these little guys in your pocket, you can actually zoom in and zoom out with the little remote. And that works in both lens modes, of course. Now, to talk about something that is beta on this app, keep in mind, beta. It works, but doesn't work really well. We need more testing. We actually need more feedback to see what it works on and what it doesn't work on. Is the controlling for this right now is left, and that's because just the way you hold it. If you have an actual game controller and you're holding it like this, it would be left to zoom in, right to zoom out. Then you have the two buttons. One button is actually execute, and I'll show you why we put that in here, and also a button to exit the application. Now if you want to change lenses, you zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and then it will change the lenses and allow you to zoom in and zoom out from there. So, but we actually added a feature to take a picture, which I'll try to demonstrate right now if it wants to work. Okay, and I want to save it. So now, if I go into my apps and then go into my files, I'm going to view it in gallery as the picture I just took. A couple things I'm still working on. Still working on getting the magnet button on the Google Cardboard working to either zoom in or take a picture. I haven't decided which one that I'm going to have it do. Most likely zoom though, because that seems to be the most needed. For hands-free, obviously, we have the controller support, which is kind of nice. Now I want to show you guys something really cool that I've been working with. This may or may not be released depending on how well it functions. I may leave a link below. People are welcome to try it out. Keep in mind, this is also in beta, much like the taking the picture. If you have the Opera browser on your phone, keep in mind, Opera, not Opera Mini. If you load it up and visit one of my sites, you get some options. So we're going to do back camera, NearSight 1.0 in HTML5. Full screen it, line it up, adjust it based on the zoom, and then put it in your Google Cardboard. Now, this is an HTML5 version of NearSight 1.0, which means it doesn't have the zoom function. It doesn't have the keep on screen. I don't even know if you can do that with HTML5. The interesting thing is the picture quality is slightly better. HTML5 just seems to grab it better. The reason we're doing this is we're hoping that if we can get an HTML5 version working on Firefox, Google Chrome, and any other browser, that the app will no longer be needed and you can just visit the site or even just download the site and run it on your phone. This will help significantly because it'll work on pretty much any device with a back camera and has an HTML5 browser on it. No more needing to do cross-platform, just any single device, it will be able to do it. Thanks for watching the video of the third update, the third release of the NearSighted VR Augmented Aid. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to post them down below. I'm happy to answer any of them. If you have any suggestions for the app, if you have low vision and you can think of something that would specifically help you and help others, love to hear it. We are here. We wanna make this. We wanna help. So let me know and have a great one.